This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Tonight we're hearing from the St. Louis Public Schools acting superintendent. Today was the first day of school with a new transportation plan, and it came along with some issues. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Kelly Jackson. There are a lot of mixed results from the emergency transportation plan for SLPS kids. Parents say it was hit or miss all morning. 5 on your side's Laura Barcheski just talked with the acting superintendent within the hour. What did she have to say, Laura?
Mike and Kelly, Superintendent Millicent Borishade says they had about 72% in attendance at St. Louis Public Schools today, which she said is reassuring since that was about what they had last year. She says despite all these problems, kids still made it to school, and she actually wanted to experience how they got to school. She took an Uber and rode the metro along several stops where students got on and off. The chief operations officer says they're not aware of any safety issues from morning pickup. And I got an update from the co-chair of the SLPS Parent Action Council this afternoon. Families experience both ends of the spectrum when it comes to transportation. Some had a great experience with buses and other transport vehicles. Kids were picked up on time. Others were picked up late, and some weren't picked up at all, so their parents had to take them to school, maybe take off work, or make other arrangements. School leaders say some of these issues may still happen tomorrow, and wants parents to know, the superintendent wants them to know, she wants the transportation to improve as well.
Well, I stand with them. It should be better, and we're working to make it better. One of the things that I keep saying to the team is that we either win or we learn, and right now we're learning a lot.
Parents also had trouble contacting the transportation department. The superintendent wants parents to keep trying, and now they actually plan to have more staffing at the call center to answer those phone calls. And just a reminder, that number is 314-633-5107. You can call that if you're having any issues with transportation. Reporting live downtown, Laura Barcheski, 5 on your side.
And it was a hectic day for the first day of school for many St. Louis public school families.
One mom is upset after her daughters were supposed to be picked up by a shared transportation van this morning. Our Megan Kernan is live in North St. Louis to continue our team coverage. Megan.
Mike and Kelly, the mom that we spoke to, Dejanelle Freeman, was very frustrated this morning. Her 3 high school daughters were supposed to be picked up by a van that operates out of the First Student Bus Depot here. But since they were late, she decided to drive them to school herself. Now, Freeman was not given any answers as to where the van was, so she made calls all afternoon. She found out that the transportation vendor called Firstalt had a driver issue this morning, which is why they were running late. Freeman was told a couple weeks ago that her daughters would catch a ride to CVPA by a van that would pick them up between 6:15 and 6:30 a.m. She was told by the vendor that the van arrived when school started around 7:10, but her daughters were able to get a ride home this afternoon. Still, Freeman is disappointed at what happened.
I'm kind of curious as to what's going to happen tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be... this is something that I just can't be at work worrying about, because once I'm gone, I'm gone. This should have been rectified weeks ago. Let's start there. Not the day of, not the day before. This is crazy. Like, I'm spinning. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's very frustrating to say the least.
Now, the vendor did apologize to Freeman for this morning and for not calling to give her a heads up, but they did say that they would try their best to be on time tomorrow morning, so she's staying hopeful. Live in North St. Louis, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
Our weather. We are off to a nice start for the week with below average temps. Let's check in with meteorologist Jim Castillo. Hey, Jim.
Hey, good to see you guys. You know, it is really a nice week ahead. More on that coming up. But we do have things happening around us. Not only a full supermoon tonight, it's blue. It's the Sturgeon full moon, so we'll talk more about that in Maine weather. Plus, look at this little bit of a haze in the sky, the white milky sky. Scotty and I were just talking about how we have some wildfire smoke moving through the atmosphere. So we have that going on. Otherwise, temperatures are in the 70s and low 80s. A high today, 86 though at Lambert, same as yesterday, so a little warm. Overnight lows tonight because of the lower dew points, lower humidity in the 50s to near 60. And that allergy index, so weeds are high. The mold is also high. So the reason why some are sneezing. But we'll talk more about our forecast for the week in just a few minutes.
A man is dead after police shot him in Franklin County. It happened Saturday night along the North Service Road in St. Clair. A trooper with Missouri State Highway Patrol saw a car overturned in a ditch. They found a man inside holding a knife. Police say that they told him to drop it, but he didn't comply. That's when a St. Clair officer shot him. The man who died had an ID card from Honduras. His name has not yet been released. Police are now investigating the shooting.
Tonight, a Ferguson police officer remains in the hospital, and the man charged with the crime was in court this morning.
Officer Travis Brown suffered a severe head injury after police say a protester attacked him on the 10th anniversary of Michael Brown's death. Our Justina Cornell was in the courtroom today and joins us now with the latest. Justina.
Well, it was a packed courtroom this morning in St. Louis County for a bond reduction hearing for the suspect Elijah Gant. Brown's family, St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell, Ferguson Police Chief Troy Doyle, and multiple officers filled the room to see the defendant in court. However, criminal defense attorney Scott Rosenblum walked into the courtroom and spoke to Gant, which is now his newest client. That's when a judge said Gant waived his right to a bond reduction hearing, which really means Gant remains in jail with the same bond. Now, defense attorneys could file another bond reduction hearing as well. His attorneys will review the case and continue this discovery process. As for Officer Brown, the 36-year-old enters his second week in the ICU. His family recently said he's made small but significant signs of progress. St. Louis University law professor Anders Walker gave some insight on today's hearing.
Because the officer is seriously injured, the defendant is looking at 10 to 30 years in prison. Mr. Rosenblum might be interested in a plea deal to reduce the sentence and not even worry about a trial.
There is a preliminary hearing for the defendant on September 11th. I reached out to Scott Rosenblum for a statement. He said they do not have one.
Right now, there's a fundraiser going on for Officer Brown and his family. It's at Mr. Barbecue locations in Columbia and Waterloo, Illinois. For every fried chicken meal you buy, the restaurant will donate $10 towards Officer Brown's medical bills. The fundraiser runs through 8 tonight.
There was a groundbreaking today for a new Target is going up in University City right by the Costco near Interstate 170 and Olive. It's part of a larger development project that also includes other restaurants and businesses. It's going to be the largest Target in the St. Louis area, expected to be open by April of 2026. The Democratic National Convention begins, why a large group is protesting as some big names take the stage tonight.
One man's journey is redefining the possible, how a life-changing accident led to an ice-cold passion, and why doctors are calling him a champion in the making.
This week, you can watch our special Race, Listen, Learn, Live Voices of Ferguson. You'll hear from Ferguson residents 10 years after the death of Michael Brown. It airs this Thursday, August 22nd at 7 p.m. And you can read more about Brown's death and the unrest in Ferguson that followed. For a link, text the word Ferguson to 314-425-5355.